Am I audible? Hello. Nikhil, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So, good morning to all. So, in last lecture, so we have seen different types of kinematic pairs. So, those pairs are required to form kinematic chain, and that kinematic chain is required to complete the particular task. Now, with respect to the types of kinematic chain, so this slide was displayed in the last lecture. So I will continue from that only. So there are three types of kinematic chain. First one is four bar chain, second one is slider crank chain, and third one is double crank chain. So we have seen all these three types of kinematic chain diagrams wherein we have seen how many turning pairs, how many sliding pairs are used with respect to each of these. So in case of four bar chain, all turning pairs are used. In case of slider crank chain, one sliding pair and three turning pairs are used. And in case of double slider crank, two sliding pair and two turning pairs are used. So kinematic chain is nothing but the mechanism, or simply a mechanism is defined as kinematic chain with one of its link which is fixed to get a particular motion. That kinematic chain we are going to call it as a mechanism. So based on this, we need to understand what is the inversion. So inversion means whatever kinematic chain. So for example, this is the kinematic chain, four bar chain. Again, which link is fixed? So this is four bar kinematic chain. There are four links. Based on the links that is to be fixed, we are going to get one particular mechanism, and that mechanism we are going to call it as a inversion. So what is inversion? The method of obtaining different mechanisms by fixing different links in a kinematic chain is known as inversion of mechanism. So with respect to that driver and the follower, so one will be input and other will be the output. So with respect to the mechanism, the driver, that is the part of mechanism, moves with respect to the frame, that is the fixed link frame. What we have written here, the link which is fixed, that is called as a frame. So driver is part of a mechanism, moves with respect to the frame, that is called as a driver. And what is follower? Part of mechanism to which motion is transmitted, that is nothing but the element at the end. Now let us see the inversions one by one. So I will just shift to the PPT. Okay. So this is four bar chain, or we can call it as a quadratic cycle chain. So whatever first kinematic chain that is related to the four bar chain, here we are going to have four links. This is first one, this one is second, this is third, and this is the fourth. So whatever this S, L, Q, P, So what these four alphabet indicates, that is written here. So first of all, we need to see what is Grashof law condition with respect to this 4-bar chain. So this S, length of shortest link, this one is the shortest link. L, length of longest link, this is the longest link. P, length of one remaining link, this is link BC having length P, and Q, length of other remaining link. So this is the Q. So what is Grashof's condition? This is asked in MCQ. So S plus L less than or equal to P plus Q. So it should be less or equal. That is nothing but Grashof's law. When this condition shown on this slide, that is S plus L less than or equal to P plus Q, this is the condition whereby we can rotate this link AD and we will have continuous motion or continuous oscillating motion of this link BC. So now let us see the inversions of this 4-bar chain. So here this is the first one. We can consider this as a basic 4-bar chain mechanism. Now let us see inversions one by one. So inversion of 4-bar chain or quadratic cycle chain. So here it is first inversion, beam engine, or we can call it as a crank lever mechanism. Now if you are going to compare this diagram with the previous one, here link 1, link 2, link 3 and link 4. Link 1 is fixed. Though it is basic figure, we can consider it as a first inversion. Here link 1, this is fixed one, or we can call it as a frame. Understood? Then link 2, this one is the crank. Link 3, connecting rod, or simply we can consider link 3 we can consider. Then this one is the lever, and this is the piston rod and the cylinder. So this 4-bar chain mechanism having first inversion in the form of beam engine, that is crank lever mechanism. So this is the lever and this one is the crank. So how many links are there? This is fixed one, first link, crank, this is second link, this is link 3, third link, and this is link 4, fourth link. This is 4-bar mechanism or 4-bar chain. Additionally, this is the mechanical assembly required to get the particular task. So 4-bar chain means there will be 4 links, and with respect to that we need to characterize the, it's a demonstration. So link 1, when link 1 is fixed, we can have first inversion in the form of crank lever mechanism. Now let us see how it works. So whenever this link 1 is fixed and link 2, that is crank, if it is rotated in anti-clockwise direction, this will give motion to this link 3, and due to this motion of link 3, this lever is going to oscillate. This lever is going to oscillate about this fulcrum D. So here one point at which this lever is hanged, right, or it is pivoted. Whenever this is going to oscillate, this piston rod is going to move in upward and downward direction. and as it is connected to the piston, it is going to have the reciprocating action inside the cylinder. So this beam engine is used to drain the water in the mines, right? So what is function of this is to give the reciprocating action to this piston, and because of that we can drain water from the mines. So the application of this beam engine is available for the mines, right? So this is the first inversion. So you can check this animation. Here this is link 1, link 2, link 3 and link 4. Okay. So what is use of this first inversion is to convert rotary motion into reciprocating motion. इथे जो हा क्रँक फिरतोय, it is rotating in clockwise direction. This the link third, link 1 is fixed, this is link 2, this is link 3 and this is link 4. Link 1 is fixed, crank is rotating. Because of this link 3 is oscillating and this lever is also oscillating. What is purpose of this? Is to convert rotary motion into reciprocating motion. अलग लक्षात? निखिल, ओंकार, am I audible? Hello, am I audible? Okay. Kiran, understood? First inversion of 4-bar chain.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just compare line diagram with this, or for understanding purpose. So just I will copy this and put here for now. Here you can get the idea with respect to the link. Compare figure on the left and animation on the right. स्वप्नील काळे,
Yes, sir.
हा, लक्षात आलं का तुमच्या?
Yes, sir.
हा, लेफ्ट साइडची डायग्राम बघायची, लाईन डायग्राम, आणि ॲनिमेशन राईट साइडचं. You are going to compare. This is first inversion. So link 1 is fixed. Then we will get the first inversion. Link 1 is fixed. So this is one tower. It is there required to get the particular task. So this lever has to oscillate about 1 point. So that's why it is added. And this is the crank. It is going to rotate. This is the link 3. Link 3. Okay. Okay. Next one, second inversion is coupling rod of locomotive. That is double crank mechanism. This is also inversion of 4-bar chain mechanism. So this is also known as double crank mechanism. It consists of 4 links as shown in the figure. Here you can see this link AD and link BC having equal length, and they are going to act as a cranks. So whatever way we have shown crank here, the same function that will be carried out by link 4 and link 2. And here this link 1 is going to act as a coupling rod. Sorry, link AB is going to be fixed, and this CD is going to act as a coupling rod. So this mechanism is provided for transmitting rotary motion from one wheel to another. So suppose this is one wheel, and if it is rotated, the same rotations we need to transmit for another wheel. How to transmit this rotational motion so that this will also rotate? So for that, this double crank mechanism is used. Here, when this link 2 is going to rotate, at the same time this link 4 is going to rotate, and because this link 3 is going to act as a coupling rod. So this mechanism is used to transmit rotary motion of one wheel to other wheel, so that this other wheel will also rotate with the same speed. So this is the animation. So here 3 wheels are shown. If this is rotated, other wheel also rotate, and this third wheel will also rotate. आता इथे लक्षात ठेवा, इथं ब्लॅक पोर्शन जो दिसतोय, हा ब्लॅक पोर्शन at that point there is turning pair, आणि हा जो बार आहे that is nothing but coupling link or coupling rod. समजा हे व्हील जर रोटेट आहे, राईट हँड साइडचं फर्स्ट व्हील पकडूया आपण, हे दुसरं पकडूया, हे तिसरं पकडूया. So if this will rotate, those rotations are transmitted to this second wheel with the use of this coupling rod, and again for the third wheel. So in this way, this mechanism is used to transmit rotary motion from one wheel to the other wheel. So just I will show the comparative diagram. Okay, now check. Compare this line diagram with the animation. इथे एक लाईन आहे ते फिक्स आहे आणि हा जो रॉड दिसतोय दॅट इज कपलिंग रॉड. ह्यांचा ऍक्सिस हा फिक्स आहे. इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू चेंज. मीन्स distance between this A and B is not going to be changed. So याचा सेंटर आणि याचा सेंटर त्याच्यामध्ये कॉन्स्टंट डिस्टन्स मेंटेन आहे. सिमिलरली याचा सेंटर आणि याचा सेंटर त्याच्यामध्ये कॉन्स्टंट डिस्टन्स मेंटेन आहे. याचा सेंटर आणि याचा सेंटर त्याच्यामध्ये कॉन्स्टंट डिस्टन्स मेंटेन आहे. त्याच्यासाठी लिंक 1 दिले. इथं लिंक असणार आहे इमॅजिनरी लिंक यू शुड बिकॉज दिस ऍक्सिस आर फिक्स्ड. इथे एक लिंक असणार आहे, इथे एक लिंक असणार आहे. हे 3चं कॉम्बिनेशन आहे, 3 व्हीलचं कॉम्बिनेशन आहे. फक्त आपण हे रोटेट करणार आहे. इथं एक बार बघितलंय तुम्ही. इट हॅज टू बी रोटेटेड. These remaining two will rotate by taking rotation from this via this coupling rod. लक्षात आलं का? हॅलो किरण.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can check this image also. हा कपलिंग रॉड आहे. हा कपलिंग रॉड आहे. इथे 3 व्हील आहेत. दिस वन इज फर्स्ट वन, दिस वन इज सेकंड वन अँड दिस वन इज थर्ड वन. आता हा ऍक्सिस आणि इथे एक ऍक्सिस आहे. या दोघांमधलं डिस्टन्स चेंज होत नाही. का होत नाही? बिकॉज there is one constant distance and that has to be maintained with the help of fixed link. That is not going to be changed. Okay. अजून एक दुसरी फिगर बघा, इमेज बघा. दिस इज वन व्हील, दिस इज अनदर व्हील. ह्या दोघांचाच विचार करा फक्त. राईट. सो अलग लक्षात. आता मी इथं एक कंस्ट्रक्शन केलंय. आय हॅव ओव्हर राईट समथिंग हिअर. ही फिक्स्ड लिंक आहे. हे ऍक्सिस नाही चेंज, यातलं डिस्टन्स नाही चेंज होणार. अलग लक्षात. हॅलो, अंडरस्टूड? ओके.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, ओके, थैंक यू. रोटेट होना है, राइट. Okay. Next, you can see this Watt's indicator mechanism. Next inversion is Watt's indicator mechanism. I will show another. Okay. So this is third inversion, that is Watt's indicator mechanism. Now let us see the construction first. A Watt's indicator mechanism is also called as Watt's straight line mechanism, or we can also call it as a double lever mechanism. So previously we have seen double crank mechanism, that is coupled locomotive with respect to conversion of transmission of rotary motion from one wheel to the another wheel. Now here, to get the indications on the dashboard, so there is one more application whereby we are using this mechanism and called it as a Watt's straight line mechanism, which consists of 4 links. Here link 1, which is fixed, link 2, this is link 2, link 4, and link 3. So BFD link 4, CE link 3, this AC link 2, and link 1 is fixed. So fixed link at A, link AC, link CE, link BFD. So this part and this part forms one link, right? Here you should know that this CE, this one is the CE, this is the CE, this link CE, and this is the BFD. These both are acting as a lever. So whenever there is reciprocation of this piston, here this is indicator plunger and there is some pressure inside this. So gas pressure or the oil pressure that will act on this indicator plunger. So whenever this plunger will move in upward direction, because of that this BFD lever initially at this F point, this is the initial position, it will move at this F dash point. It has new destination, that is the F dash, and this is the E point, which is related to the this CE, that is the second lever. This one is the first lever. This will have this B dash, F dash, D dash, new position. Once this plunger will have some pressure of gas or oil inside this cylinder. So I will just show you here one device. Inside that oil is there and there is having some pressure. How to get the idea about how much pressure inside this system? So we will have one indicator mechanism, and that indicator mechanism should give an idea about the pressure inside the cylinder or the device. So this thick line, thick blue line indicates initial position of the mechanism, and these dotted lines indicate the final position of the mechanism. So once it is acted due to the pressure of the oil or the gas, हा indicator plunger वर जातो. That means it will move in this direction. Because of that हा lever याची पोझिशन चेंज होते and F पासून F डॅश हा पॉइंट आपल्याला मिळतो. त्याचबरोबर this E point, it will have new location, that is the E dash. So whatever the displacement of this BFD, हे डिस्प्लेसमेंट BFD चं डिस्प्लेसमेंट काय होणार आहे? इथं गॅस किंवा ऑइलचं जे प्रेशर असेल किंवा स्टीमचं जे प्रेशर असेल ते इथे ऍक्ट होणार आहे आणि त्यानुसार हे डिस्प्लेसमेंट वर जाणार. हा F पॉइंट F डॅश होणार आहे. So I have written here the displacement of link BFD is directly proportional to the pressure of gas or the steam which act on the indicator plunger. म्हणजे ह्याचं जे डिस्प्लेसमेंट आहे ते डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल कशाला असणार आहे? ह्या सिस्टीम मध्ये जे काही गॅसचं प्रेशर असेल, जे काही स्टीमचं प्रेशर असेल, आणि ती व्हॅल्यू आपल्याला तिथे इंडिकेट होणार. राईट. अँड सेकंडली, ऑन स्मॉल डिस्प्लेसमेंट ऑफ दिस F to F dash, we can observe that हा E point E dash पर्यंत जातो. We can observe the displacement of this E to E dash. आता ते डिस्प्लेसमेंट होताना काय ऑब्झर्व होता इथं? ई डॅश, हा ई डॅश आणि इथला ई, हे दोन्ही एकाच लाईनवर आहेत. राईट. ऑन एनी स्मॉल डिस्प्लेसमेंट ऑफ मेकॅनिझम, द ट्रेसिंग पॉइंट ई at the end of link CE, traces out approximately straight line. So therefore it is called as straight line Watt's indicator mechanism or Watt's straight line mechanism. Okay. समजलं का सगळ्यांना? ओंकार माशाळकर, hello, am I audible? Somebody should respond.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now let us see next type of mechanism and its inversion. So this is next type of mechanism, that is slider crank mechanism. Here 3 turning pairs as seen in the previous slides. Here it is one turning pair, here it is second turning pair, here it is third turning pair and one sliding pair. हा क्रँक आहे. लिंक 2 म्हणजे क्रँक. लिंक 1 color बघा, color. This one, this is one, it is fixed. Having one turning pair and one sliding pair. Here it is one turning pair and one sliding pair. Link 1 आहे ही, त्याच्या एका एंडला स्लाइडिंग पेयर आहे and पहिल्या एंडला कसला टर्निंग पेयर आहे. This is link 2 crank, link 3 connecting rod, and link 4 this is the slider or the piston. 1, 2, 3 and 4. This one is the fourth one is the piston. Now let us see inversions of this slider crank chain. So just I will check. Animation if available. Okay. Wait for 1 minute. This is first inversion of slider crank mechanism. ही लेफ्ट साइडला जी डायग्राम आहे आणि राइट साइडला जे एनिमेशन आहे कंपेअर करा. Okay, so this is the wheel, or just you can consider path of this B point. Somewhat in opposite direction it is shown. Don't take any burden about these directions. It is rotating. This one is the crank. हे सिलेंडर आहे. हे सिलेंडर आणि इथे एक पॉइंट. हा ऍक्सिस आणि हे सिलेंडर दे आर फिक्स्ड. इथं फिक्स ऍक्सिस आहे आणि सिलेंडर, ह्या दोघांमधली पोझिशन चेंज होते का? नाही होत. दॅट्स वाय वी आर गोइंग टू कॉल इट एज अ फिक्स्ड लिंक. डायग्राम बघा इथली. सो दिस वन इज 1 minute. I will take that also on the slide to get more idea. He will. This one is the piston. It is going to reciprocate. आता कंपेअर करा, 3 डायग्राम आहे. 1 आणि हे सिलेंडर. हे फिक्स आहे, हे फिक्स आहे आणि ह्याचा ऍक्सिस फिक्स आहे. हा ऍक्सिस वर बी मूव्ह होत नाही, खालीही मूव्ह होत नाही, इकडेही मूव्ह होत नाही आणि इकडेही मूव्ह होत नाही. It is fixed. So this crank too is rotating about this fixed point. This fixed point. And this is the cylinder inside which this piston is reciprocating. So basically it is modification of 4-bar chain. फोर बार चेन मध्ये 4 टर्निंग पेअर आहेत. त्याच्यामधला एक टर्निंग पेअर इथं कन्वर्ट केलाय स्लाइडिंग पेअर मध्ये आणि बाकीचे 3 राहिलेले टर्निंग पेअर आहे तसे ठेवले. राईट. सो इट इज मॉडिफिकेशन ऑफ द 4-bar चेन. पहिले इन्व्हर्जन मिळतं आपल्याला. अँड व्हॉट इज नाउ जस्ट सी दिस notes or pointers with respect to this animation. तुमच्या लक्षात आलंय? Have you understood? Mashalkar, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have seen animation, right? So animation we have seen. Now based on that animation and the line diagram, once again we'll see what is first inversion of slider crank chain. So it is a reciprocating engine mechanism. This is nothing but reciprocating engine mechanism. इथं animation मध्ये दिसत असते तर that is reciprocating engine mechanism. Here link 1 is fixed link. Here hatching is shown, here hatching is shown. It has one turning pair at this point and one sliding pair at this point. Link 2 is crank. Link 3 is connecting rod and link 4 is slider or piston. Slider is nothing but piston because piston is going to slide inside or it is going to reciprocating. There is sliding action or reciprocating action inside the cylinder. So therefore it is called as a slider. So why these points are written? So that it will enable you to remember what are the characteristics because these may be asked in the MCQs. So what is application of this slider crank chain? So generally by using these elements we can have a reciprocating engine mechanism. And now here let us see the reciprocating engine mechanism in which the fourth link, that is the piston, is the input and the crank is the output. Right? So here just to check once again, हा पिस्टन आहे. रेसिप्रोकेटिंग इंजिन मेकॅनिझम मध्ये आपण क्रँक नाही फिरवत. राईट. सो वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू रोटेट द क्रँक. सो in the reciprocating engine mechanism this piston is reciprocates. इथे एक्सप्लोजन होतात गॅसचे. सो वॉट एव्हर एअर फ्युएल मिक्सचर, petrol and air combustion is going to take place and because of that this piston is going to reciprocate and this reciprocating action is converted into rotary motion of the crank with the help of this connecting rod by providing one turning pair at this place, another turning pair at this place and one more turning pair at this place. Whatever piston is going to reciprocate and that reciprocating motion is converted into rotary motion of this crank with the help of connecting rod. This piston is connected to the crank with the help of this rod that is called as a connecting rod. It is one type of a coupling rod. This reciprocating is converted because of link 1 is fixed. That means this axis is fixed at its points and the cylinder is fixed. Here you can see. So in the reciprocating motion, reciprocating engine mechanism, piston motion, whatever, that is nothing but the input and crank is output. Another application in case of air compressor where this link 2 is going to act as an input and piston is going to act as a output. So wherein we are, our purpose is to suck or is to intake air in the atmosphere, and that needs to be stored in the air compressor. जो आपण ऑटोमोबाईल मध्ये बघितलं असेल, चाकामध्ये एअर इन्फ्लेशन करतो, म्हणजे हवा भरतो आपण, राईट. तर तिथं कॉम्प्रेसर असतो त्या पंक्चर काढायच्या दुकानावर वगैरे, राईट. तर त्या एअर कॉम्प्रेसर मध्ये हे स्लायडर क्रँक चेन मेकॅनिझम, चेन वापरली जाते. त्या केसमध्ये पिस्टन रेसिप्रोकेट करायचा आहे अँड एअर इज कलेक्टेड. एअर आत घ्यायची आणि स्टोअर करायची, एअर आत घ्यायची आणि स्टोअर करायची. ते कसं करू शकतोय, त्यासाठी हा क्रँक रोटेट करावा लागतो. हा क्रँक कसा रोटेट करणार मग आपण, त्या केसमध्ये ह्या क्रँकला रोटेशन देणार मीन्स we are going to have that electric supply, and through that electric supply we are going to run the motor, and that motor is coupled to this crank, and on the basis of rotation we can have reciprocating motion of the piston, and air is stored inside that compressor. So air is going to be stored at, then it's a purpose. What is its purpose? To convert rotary motion into reciprocating motion and vice versa. रेसिप्रोकेटिंग इंजिन म्हणलं की त्या केसमध्ये काय होतंय, रेसिप्रोकेटिंग मोशन आपण रोटरी मोशन मध्ये कन्वर्ट करतोय. एखाद्या व्हेकल मध्ये इंजिन वापरतोय, दॅट इज नथिंग बट सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी, अँड दॅट सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी इज युज्ड टू कन्वर्ट रेसिप्रोकेटिंग मोशन into that rotary motion, आणि ते रोटरी मोशन via transmission, via mechanical arrangement, it is given to the wheel, आणि मग तुमचे व्हील्स रोटेट होतात. दॅट इज वन फंक्शन. अनदर फंक्शन कुठला आहे, रोटरी मोशन कन्वर्टेड इनटू द रेसिप्रोकेटिंग मोशन. ते एअर कॉम्प्रेसर मध्ये लागते, कारण पिस्टन रेसिप्रोकेट व्हावं लागतो आणि तिथं एअर वी नीड टू सक द एअर. आणि रेसिप्रोकेटिंग इंजिन मध्ये काय असतंय, एअर फ्युएल मिक्सचर सक होतं आणि ते इग्नाइट करतोय आपण. कसं इग्नाइट करतोय, बाय युजिंग द स्पार्क प्लग, और इन केस ऑफ सीआई इंजिन इट इज कॉम्प्रेस्ड at higher temperature, and air is compressed and fuel is injected inside the chamber. So burning is going to be takes place. So like this is the first inversion of the slider crank chain.